Being a parent can be really challenging. Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them on their parenting journey. Everyone deserves someone they can turn to for help with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hello, I'm Gearoid Farrelly.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you are listening to Agony Rants. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2022.
Oh, it's so exciting. It'll be like no other.
Like no other, or maybe the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be the same. I mean, where we are now, it's like the same.
The same.
Groundhog Day.
I often say, I always joke about, my mum used to always ask the question after epic moments in your life, like when you made your communion and all those sort of things, those moments in your life or on your birthday. And she always asked the same question, do you feel any different? And the truth is, I have never felt any different after New Year's Eve. To me, New Year's Eve is just one of those things, that is, everybody makes a big fuss over, and it is the biggest anticlimax ever because nothing changes. The most stressful thing is, I remember when I was young and everybody should just jump up and go, Happy New Year and all this and then awkward stuff would happen, like, people dancing where they wouldn't, and it was very awkward, or maybe you'd go out into the street and maybe you were the only family who went out. I don't know. It was just awkward. It felt awkward and I never really enjoyed it.
No, I never enjoyed it. I don't enjoy it on so many levels. Like one of the levels that I don't enjoy it on is that it's kind of like a benchmark. So you're kind of like, oh, what have I done this year? What have I to do next year? I hate anything like that.
Yeah.
But I also hate it because, all of a sudden there's like a neighbour flinging open the door, running out and banging pots and pans. And that used to be the tradition that you were supposed to like open the door to, what was it, to let the new year in and then to bang pots to like scare away the
bad stuff.
Demon, yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, look, I live beside a lot of lunatics. It could have just been them.
It might have just been, to ward you off. I don't know. Maybe that.
Mental health
Were you
problems.
inappropriate? Were you inappropriate with them? Maybe one New Year. But
I told them to stop banging pots at 12 o'clock at night if you don't mind.
Yeah, but it's funny actually because, I know people on New Year's Eve that were such a big night in their head and they loved the big party and all. And I suppose when I was about 18, I started gigging on New Year's Eve, and to me it was just a faff, and it always seemed such a difficult thing because it was always, you had to time the countdown, and it's an awful pressure to get the countdown right if you're the one doing it.
They don't even do it. They don't even get it right on RTE.
I know.
Where they have people whose job it is to watch the clock. And you've got Miriam at 12:05.
Damn, no.
Realising there's somebody been waving at her for 5 minutes to start counting from 15.
That feels like a very specific moment in your life.
I've watched it far too much.
But for a long time, I haven't actually worked New Year's Eve if I can help it, unless there's like so much money I can't stop laughing. That's a different conversation.
Whenever there's a big payment, we can always bend the rules.
I know, but funny enough, actually, you and I are old enough to have lived through the New Year's Eve of a lifetime, which was the millennium.
The
millennium.
Yes. I was working in Cleary's that Christmas.
Oh, you see, very different lives. I was in Germany for it, on the steps of the Reichstag.
Oh, well, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, it was, actually, I was determined that year not to work it. Because very early on in 1999, people started talking about the telephone numbers they were going to charge for the millennium. It was going to be the New Year's Eve to end all New Year's Eve. They're going to make the biggest money. They're all going to retire on it. I mean, I never heard such rubbish about it. And I got really cross about it because I'm already in a bad place. The fact that people think they can charge twice their fee on New Year's Eve just because it's New Year's Eve. Because I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
I get why they think they should charge more money for it, in the sense they think I should be out partying on this night. And so because I'm giving up my party. But actually, your job.
Musicians.
Yes. Yeah. Your job requires to work antisocial hours anyway.
Yeah.
What is this about? New Year's Eve is no different, right? And then venues charge more money. Everything is more on that one day. And the truth is, I know, yeah. So Millennium, they started talking about it very early on, and then suddenly Things got cancelled because people suddenly went, actually, no, I'm not going to pay £7 million to look at somebody jive around a room. They just really didn't. I can't even remember why the impetus stopped, but lots of the big events that they thought they were going to have in big arenas suddenly just died a death because people suddenly went,
New Year's Eve is New Year's Eve.
Yeah, no. Why am I going to have to pay?
It's an anticlimax. It's 40 people deep at the bar.
Yeah. And then I got a call out of nowhere to go to Germany to sing 3 songs at this big UNICEF dinner. And I'm not saying I didn't really want to go, but I was going to go down to Cork to my friends down there and do that. And I wasn't going to go. And I said, no, I'm happy with what I'm doing. Sure, tell them I'm not available. And they went, but how much would change that mind? And I said, well, just give them a stupid number and that'll sort that out. And they said, okay, to the stupid number. And then I said, okay then.
So this episode we're talking about New Year's resolutions. So do you have anything you do like New Year's?
Yeah, New Year's resolution is not a thing I do. I mean, when you're young, you do it and you talk about it and we all talk about the same things. I don't care where. You might dress it up any way you like, but it's always about, improving yourself in some way and all that. But the truth is, my feeling is I don't do it New Year. There's an awful lot of pressure. Once a year, and I won't tell you when, I write a letter to myself. And what I've done it from very young, and I put the letter away for the year. And then I take it out next year and I read it. And in this letter, what I do is I write about what's been good, about what I've done in the last year, what I'm worried about, what I'd like to do better, all of those kind of things. I just put in where I am in my life and where I'd like to be. And what I do then is sometimes you get to the end of the year and loads of things have happened. Sometimes you feel like nothing has happened. But weirdly, when you read that letter, you realise things have changed, even if you feel they've stayed the same.
That's really good.
Yeah, and so...
Do you keep them? Do you have them from years ago?
I don't actually, because I keep them from the previous year. Unless something really specific has happened, I don't keep the letters. Because I understand why you'd want to keep them, right? I suppose in retrospect, it would have been an amazing kind of thing, because I've been doing it since I was 17. And the reason for it is sometimes you feel like you're not moving in your life. Sometimes you want to get something out, and it's not a grievance you want to get out or anything. It's not that. Sometimes you need to kind of put out exactly how you feel.
Okay.
Right? Or what you want. And sometimes you just don't feel you can do it in the real world. So sometimes it's nice to just have a space to touchstone. It's like a touchstone. And if you give it space and go back to it, you'll be surprised. It really helps you to realize, even if things haven't moved on that much, but you will see movement and change. And even how you feel about what it is you've written in that letter will have changed over time. But because you're not remembering it exactly right, physically writing it down changes it.
Wow. Okay.
And even physically reading about it in a year, you see that you've actually moved on. So it does help you. And that life has happened. Even if things were bad and you've moved on, and even if you're still feeling bad, you will see the difference between the two. Between
the two letters. Okay.
Yeah. So it's really important. And don't get me wrong, the same things come up all the time. I want to lose weight. I want to do this, that, those kind of things come in. But it's not just about that. It's about your aspirations for how you feel about things, how you think. It's you have to be really honest with yourself in it, but it's only for you.
Okay. So you don't. So nobody else gets to see it.
No, that's why I don't keep it. I need to see the progression in the year, but you can't go back 20 years and look at it, because what you wanted 20 years ago is very different. Certainly for me, anyway, very different to what you need to be wanting now. So it's really
okay. So it's not about lifelong ambitions. It's just about what you want to do for the year.
Yes, and it kind of helps you focus a little bit. But sometimes the minutiae of life takes over and you forget what it is you're focusing on. And I know that sounds really weird, but it is good occasionally to take time. I don't think people really assess themselves on New Year's Eve. They feel the pressure to, but they actually don't really do it. They don't. They just go, oh, New Year's Eve, we're going to make the resolutions, which we all know we break. And, it's not realistic. It's all too big. It's all the big stuff. In some ways, you've got to focus on the little things that kind of make it, because they're the things that make a difference, not the big stuff. The big stuff happens because the little stuff gets done.
Like, don't let New Year's Eve freak you out, because you can't. I mean, it's one day.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. And also, it's no harm to use it as a little benchmark to take
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be New Year's Eve. That's what I'm saying. That's what the letter is for me. Do you know what I mean? In
right,
that sense,
okay.
it is a similar concept. But-
Oprah does that on her birthday.
Oh, we love Oprah.
Apparently what Oprah does, she goes and gets colonoscopy and everything and does a load of scans on her birthday. Because it's her gift to herself. It's like she deals with her health on her birthday. She gets everything checked.
I'm glad you said it deals with her health, right? I mean, I'm not sure colonoscopy is ever a gift. And to be fair, she's right. So mentally, you should do a little health check as well. You know, it's a similar kind of thing.
I think it's easier to feel mentally healthy when you've got billions in the bank. I think billionaires find, all this, there's not as much stress in it. I think that's fair to say.
I suspect they have their own stresses, but
I know. I don't think Oprah, I don't think she's down like the local hospital sitting in a queue waiting for her colonoscopy and again with her arse hanging out.
No,
That's not the way
I think
Oprah does
there
things.
might be even classical music going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There might be birds singing. You don't know. You don't know.
I
They
think
might
it's a situation that the colonoscopy comes to Oprah.
Yeah. We all need to assess. And I suppose people use New Year's resolutions as a thing, to say, I'm going to make resolutions today. And it's always good to kind of find new habits and break in new things, and that will help you. However, New Year's resolutions often broken.
Yeah.
Very few people keep them.
Yeah, very few people. I've kept, there's been a couple that I have kept that
Examples.
that worked. Now, I mean, literally one or two.
Okay, come on.
I remember one year I wanted to do a first aid course.
Okay.
And I did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you kept it up?
I did it through work, so they paid for it. So my license isn't current to use one of those like defibrillators, but I do know what I'm doing in that situation.
Amazing.
But I've only ever used first aid once. I gave a woman a Heimlich maneuver in a Starbucks.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That feels like a
And
story.
do you know what? I'll be honest. I kind of regretted it. Because it's a thing they tell you.
Was she not nice?
They tell you this on the first aid course, that it's if you ever have to do the Heimlich maneuver, you don't get the reaction
That you think.
You don't get thanks.
No.
And you get like, you have utterly violated me. Because they're so embarrassed.
Especially on a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I had to leave the Starbucks. I swear to God, if I start choking again, I'd be sitting back with me frothy coffee. You can sort yourself out this time. But you know what the weirdest thing happened after that was? I was going on stage in Edinburgh in a club, like one of those day compilation gigs. And this guy came up to me and he said, "Oh." And I thought he was like, "Oh, you're the comedian."
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, I saw you give the Heimlich maneuver to somebody in a Starbucks." And I had to go straight on stage, and I never got the rest of the story, but apparently he was in the Starbucks and saw it happen.
Who was this person? Where was the
I
Starbucks?
have
Was
no
it
idea.
in?
It was in Dublin. This was in Edinburgh.
Wow.
There we go.
Stalker. Can we spell stalker? Do you see him much?
No, but listen, I'd love a stalker.
Would you?
I'd love a stalker. It's nice to know that somebody has interest.
Oh, God. Mind you, a stalker's not going to want much out of my life, to be fair. You know, when I was younger, maybe I might have been a bit more freaked by that. Now it might be comforting to know that somebody's actually going to watch me if I fall.
There. Yeah, exactly.
Or
You're of an age, if you break a hip, there's going to be somebody there to call an ambulance.
maybe the defibrillator situation, you know?
Exactly.
You see?
It's nice to know that you won't choke.
Will you be my stalker?
I'll totally be your stalker again.
It'll be a nice circle to our
I'll
relationship.
pick up the mantle.
Okay, so did we get a good response to the New Year's
We
resolutions?
did, yeah. We asked for what you're going to do for New Year's resolutions, and a few people got in touch. First up, Sandra. She said, "I decided next year to be more tolerant."
Fail.
Yeah, I know Niamh is hoping this rubs off, but no. I've been on a really short fuse with my kids lately, but next year I'm going to try and be really patient. It might mean I have to have a mug of wine on the go the whole time, but how bad? Listen, Sandra, 100%.
I knew a woman.
The only way
I
that
knew
you're
a
going to be
woman.
more tolerant is to have a mug of wine on the go.
I knew a woman who used to keep a bottle of gin in her hot press. She'd go as if she was putting the towels in. Anyway, so have a quick swig to get her through the next moment. I think regularly I made resolutions in my head for tolerance, and often I found the level of noise in the house raised in exact reference to how stressed I was. So if the kids were
you have a
shouting,
big voice.
yes, if the kids were shouting, the chances are I was well shouting before it. So
Okay.
yeah, you're right. You should be more tolerant, but perhaps they should also make the same resolution.
Oh, that's a good take.
Tolerance doesn't happen on its own. I'm just saying.
Tolerance doesn't happen in a vacuum. Oh my God. We should get one of those like those
samplers.
Samplers, yeah.
All our sayings on it.
Or merch. That'd be great on a keep cup. Tolerance doesn't happen in a vacuum.
We are going to have so much more.
Also, do you know what I will say? Tolerance is overrated. Sometimes if you have to snap,
you have to let it happen.
have to snap.
Well, my kids got used to the fact that sometimes mummy got cross. And, and the truth is that they, if I was cross, I would apologise for being cross, but not necessarily of the thing I was cross at, because sometimes that's the issue, that you've been cross. But they have to see you're human, because if they don't know you're human, then they don't have permission to actually express their emotions either. So it's not a bad thing.
That's amazing parenting. So what you're saying is...
It's okay to be cross every now and then. Maybe not to scream in their face. That's not good. But,
So it's like, Mammy was annoyed because you threw your food. Mammy shouldn't have put the bin through the kitchen window.
Yeah, it's okay to apologise for that bit, but it's not right that you threw the food. And I was frustrated, but perhaps how I expressed it was incorrect. It's okay to apologise to your kids. I think a lot of people have struggled with that concept. Occasionally I've fallen out with my son.
I feel like you'd lose power. I never apologise.
No, you never lose power. You never lose power, because there is nothing more affecting to someone to see disappointment.
Oh, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's the thing that would scare you for life.
No. I'm very good at it.
Next up is Brian. He said, next year my plan is to get really ripped. Do you both have any advice? Brian, if you're taking the piss, I go...
Are you saying
I swear to God.
Are you saying we're both ripped and we can answer that question?
Do we have any advice? I'll tell you what my advice is. My advice is, if you're going to get ripped, you need to get ready for the emotional roller coaster of depriving yourself. And I'm just not able for it. No. I tried that one year, right? I decided I was going to get like proper, what's the other word they use? Hench. I was going to get hench, right?
Is that a word? Well, I know it's a word,
yeah.
But I didn't know it was like in common use.
I think it's very British.
I'm so old.
Yeah, apparently hench.
You're going to be hench.
I was going to be.
I thought you were talking about Hinch, the one who cleans your house, like, that one. Miss Hinch, Mrs. Hinch. We live very different lives. You're in the hench, I'm in the hinch. The hinch is like you make a list to improve your life by cleaning your house. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah. You need to meet Hinch.
Was not.
Leave Hench.
I did this. I went to like this personal trainer for about, I'd say 6 weeks, and they were filling you full of these supplements. And oh my God, I was so miserable. Like I remember walking to work down Harcourt Street, right? So depressed, like so out of my mind, like because I hadn't had a carb in about, I'd say 2 weeks. I was. And I was just, I remember looking at the Lewis and going, I'm just going to throw myself onto the Lewis. I've nothing to live for. I feel absolutely horrendous. And then I was walking by Cafe Sol and I went in and I bought a pear and almond scone. And I swear to God.
It was life changing.
It was. I did a 180. I was on top of the world.
I think the goal should be that I want to feel better. So whatever makes you feel better and keeps you reasonably fit and healthy, that's what you should be going for. Ripped is upkeep. And ripped takes more upkeep than you could be out having fun.
I tell you.
You can be ripped.
I'm glad you said that.
You can be
said what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Do you know what? I'm glad you said that because I was feeling quite guilty because during the lockdown, I paid for 12 sessions of an online Pilates course, right?
Why?
Yeah. And I did 4 of them. And for the other 8...
Guilt.
I just used to eat biscuits and watch your man doing Pilates on my telly. And you know what? You're right. I was right. He was gorgeous, Niamh. Oh my God. I mean, it was unbelievable.
I was going to say, I'm glad you were eating biscuits.
Hot lad in lovely shorts. Just doing Pilates on my telly.
Send me that link later.
I will, yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a sharing experience. Is that something we could do together? Watch that together? Maybe
I'd be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too. So, Brendan, next year I'm going to have a positive mental attitude at all times. That will work, won't it? Jesus, Brendan, you kind of forgot that halfway through that sentence.
You really fell off that horse, Brendan.
I predict you're going to find it difficult to get to a positive mental attitude. Always a good thing, not always achievable.
Exactly. But provided you're not, completely denying where you're at.
Unless you're Snow White or something, living a happy life at Disney World.
I always find positive people unnerving in situations that are bad.
Okay.
Because they're always trying to look for the,
the silver lining.
The silver lining of a pile up. And you're like, you know what?
There's
there
not
really
a lot going on
isn't. Do you know what? Think of one positive thing a day.
Yeah. Grateful Diary. You're back to Oprah now.
A Grateful Diary, is that what they're called?
Yeah, back to Oprah.
Is that her thing?
It's a thing. Oh God, that was so 80s, 90s. Grateful Diary. Are you joking?
I never had a Grateful
Look
Diary.
it up. Oh, you should.
Surprise, surprise.
You should. It's amazing. I am grateful. It's wearing trying to find something grateful every day. But anyway.
I would like to see Oprah write a list of things that she's not happy about.
Okay.
Because that's a conversation I could have.
Yeah, but here's a Grateful Diary. Here's a Grateful Diary. Grateful Diaries are a little bit like trying to find sins for your first confession. When you have no sins. You can't be grateful every day. It's nearly always the same things.
I apparently, when I did my first confession, I made it, the way they didn't bring it into the confession box.
Yeah.
They did it at the top of the church.
Yes, I
but
remember.
I spoke really loud.
Okay.
Because,
Projection.
Projection.
Darling.
Career in the arts beckoned. And I said my sin was that I didn't eat my cabbage. But that I didn't like cabbage.
That's not really a sin, though.
Yeah. So I qualified it. That's my favourite thing about myself, was that my sin was I refused to eat my cabbage. But I don't like my cabbage. And if God has a problem with that, let's have a conversation.
You used to make up sins when you were like, yeah. I mean, how stupid is that? Like,
and we never made up good ones either.
No. It was horrible to my sister, but that's like a given.
Yeah. Whereas, I think if I was reapproaching it now, I'd be like, I was horrible to my sister, so I murdered her. We are stopping for a moment to remind you that we are part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support the show, you can pledge as little as €5 a month, and in return, you will get bonus content from us and from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including Fascinated.
Oh, and who presents Fascinated?
Oh, it's just this guy, you won't have heard of him. He's really cool, but really underground.
I think I was interviewed by him once, actually.
You were. It was a fantastic episode. You were.
I not?
You're part of the Fascinated dynasty, Niamh.
The Headstuff Podcast Network is a hub for the creative and the curious. And if you become a member of Headstuff Plus, you will be supporting your favourite podcasters do what they do best. You'll also get access to exclusives, bonus material, and discounts on merchandise from every show on the network. There are plenty of shows to start listening to right now, including Double Love, Basically with Stephanie Preisner, and Dubland with PJ Gallagher and Suzanne Kane, as well as a whole host of new shows. Audio dramas from the Bootsy Boys and Their Only Stories, to your favourite film classics with the Cinestream Club, or all your questions answered by the Agony Rants team of comedian Gearoid Farrelly and Irish national treasure Niamh Kavanagh. Find all these shows and more on the Headstuff Podcast Network, wherever you're listening right now, or become a Headstuff Plus member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Lisa says, I have to stop drinking. Seriously, I'm out of control.
I don't think you're on your own there, Lisa.
The self-awareness and that is just absolutely fantastic. But look, Lisa, the thing happens with all of these things is there comes to a crunch.
That's called rock bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's rock bottom?
Yeah. And you rebound right off it. Off you go, Lisa. Enjoy.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. 'Tis the season.
I don't think you really mean it, Lisa. Maybe not stop. Maybe just moderate. Moderate is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anya has an observation to you. If we have to lock down, will you do another bake along or maybe some more gigs with Joanna? You want to. I think really, I know that Anya wants you to.
Anya wants it too. Well, no, I probably won't do another bake along. Because I put on 2 stone and my cholesterol went through the roof. Realistically. And my favourite part of that was going to the doctor during the bake along and her saying, Gearoid, you've put on 2 stone, your cholesterol's through the roof. Is there any change in your diet? And me going, I don't think so.
Let
Like
me
I was
think.
eating a gatto a week.
A gatto.
So yeah, I need to steer away from bake-alongs for a while. And like the plan is that me and Joanne are going to go on tour. Like I'm going to be her support act for this tour she's doing of Ireland. So
Let's hope.
hopefully,
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Some of them are going ahead. Some of them are being moved. But anyway, listen, you know,
Take a deep breath.
take a deep breath and keep your fingers crossed on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a problem.
We have a problem.
Okay, and Suzanne has written in. So, I really want to quit my job. At the moment, I work for the civil service and I have done so for the past 20 years. But I'm now at the point where I really need a change. I would love to work in events or interior design, something where I'm out and about and not stuck behind a desk. My husband thinks I'm mad, but he has said before that if I want to change, I should just go for it. We're not wealthy, but we could survive on my husband's salary if I didn't earn for a while. I really would like to take a change in 2022. What do you think? Should I throw caution to the wind?
I would say, from reading your letter, I think, yeah. I mean, the
You're
safety
ready.
nets are there.
Yeah.
But you do, I mean, we're on the business end of a pandemic and you're saying events or interior design. Like going into people's houses or
Events that are
events
getting cancelled
that are getting
daily.
cancelled left, right and centre.
Yeah.
So, and also events and interior design,
Very broad.
very different.
Very broad, very different.
Yeah.
So we are of and because we were having a little chat about this beforehand, we were just saying the fact that actually you having a clear plan,
Yeah.
you just want change, and I'm all for change. Actually, no reason why you can't have it.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you can't have change, and everything's very healthy in this. You're getting support from your husband, although he thinks you're mad. We both have experience about this because we both have come to the precipice.
Mm.
And the thing about taking the leap of faith is, and I say this to my kids all the time, absolutely make the leap of faith. Never stay where you're unhappy. But don't jump before you're ready.
Yeah.
So make a plan. Have a look at where you want to go. Try out. Knowing that you're doing that helps where you are. If you're unhappy where you are, because you no longer belong to that space. You can actually say to yourself, I am making my escape plan. But don't, people don't just escape from prison. What they do is they make a plan. They don't.
Yeah.
You make a plan. And even though I didn't plan to win Eurovision, but that's what actually tipped it over for me in the end, because my work got to the point where I couldn't do both. But,
Yeah.
the thing is, it is a very difficult step to take to go from something permanent pensionable. It's a lot easier now than when we would have done it. Certainly when I did it in the 90s, it wasn't a thing. My mother was horrified, nervous of the fact that I would. Horrified is the wrong word, but she was nervous of it because of the fact that it wasn't permanent pensionable what I was going into. But realistically, I was single, I didn't have any dependents, so I was able to make that step, and also there was a lot of work there. But, over the years you have moments where you have to pause and say, did I do the right thing? Can I do the other stuff? I think what you're really looking for, Suzanne, is somewhere different to where you are. And I'm all for it, but I think you need to make a plan.
I think what Suzanne should do is, because the key to this was, she says she works in the civil service. So I would say, don't quit the day job, just take a career break.
Oh yeah, of course.
And also, the two things that you've mentioned there, a lot of the time in those jobs, you spend the time not doing the thing
that you want to do.
They are.
Yeah.
Like, so interior design, a lot of that is, okay, you're deciding what goes into somebody's house, but you're also chasing down carpets and you're ringing around saying, this cow wants blue wallpaper. Do you have blue wallpaper?
Yeah, maybe not.
And that could be soul destroying.
Yeah. No, actually, the biggest part of events and interior design is chasing down clients. And that's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
You know, and we're the same.
Work.
We're the same, chasing gigs, doing the admin for the gigs. The fun bit of the gig, that's very small compared to the rest of it.
Yeah.
So you need to be aware. Like, I come across this all the time, and I always say to people, do what you love in what you're doing. So in other words, if they want to sing, I say find ways to sing, but don't make it that you have to make your money straight away on it, because it puts an awful lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
An awful lot of pressure. When it comes to the point where you do both and it balances out, then it allows you the freedom to do what you need to do. It's very confining. It's much more stressful. It takes all the joy out of it for you if you're not careful. So if you love doing events and interior design, why don't you do it in spare time? Maybe take some time off to do it and see if you like it and see what's involved. But chasing down clients, doing all that sort of stuff, that's hard work. And it's great if you're driven by it and you know how to do it. It's not something that just happens.
And you've got a choice.
Yeah.
Like your choice is that you could take a career break. You could also go part-time and do a course in it.
Yeah.
Like a part-time course and part-time working is great. But the other thing is, you could just go into the office and say, I'm better than all of you people.
Because that would end well.
Yeah, every moment I've spent working with you awful people has been a waste. Eat my dust. I'm out of here.
Okay, Suzanne.
That's what I'd go for. Personally, I know we've given some other advice. Personally, that would be my choice.
So, New Year's resolutions, where do we stand?
New Year's resolutions, I think it's a good time to have a think, but don't make unreal. What's the thing? Don't make rods for your own back.
Look at you.
Yeah. Don't make these things that are going to you're going to beat yourself up with them all year going, oh, I wanted to get fit and I didn't. Like Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love you to be ripped.
Yeah.
But you might only be ripped for 20 minutes and it's a lot of work.
And then the more ripped you become, the more upkeep it takes to keep it that way.
I know. Yeah. Just be content.
I think what you should do is go online and look at the people who were very super ripped when they're older. And then suddenly you see what happens when you don't keep up the protein and lifting and all that.
See, I'm glad. That was my thinking. I was just stay pudgy. that was my goal.
Stay pudgy.
Pudgy. It's softer. It's somewhere for the cat to relax.
Anyway, New Year's resolutions for me are about just taking time. A New Year's resolution for me would be, today I'm going to be happy. That's it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Today
I'm going to be happy, Niamh.
And whatever it takes to make that happy, be it a scone, be it 10 sit-ups, whatever it is that makes you happy, just endeavour to find it in the day. Find the joy in the small things. Trust me, everything is better from there. Happy New Year!
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Being a parent can be really challenging. It's normal to feel uncertain about whether you're doing the right things to raise healthy and happy children. That's why Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them build confidence in their parenting journey. Everyone deserves to have someone they can turn to for support with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today. Being a parent can be really challenging. Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them on their parenting journey. Everyone deserves someone they can turn to for help with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.